Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Clemson's offense will get the first crack at it here. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Bennett. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Does need a few inches on this opening drive to pick up a first down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Oh, what a move! They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Miami's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this week.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Now on the counter. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He caught it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run play action. Caught behind the line is Haynes. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to him again. Sweet cut there. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The give to the tailback. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The Hurricanes are threatening in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Man, oh, man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front, too, right? They got to move those defensive... At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong. And I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up. And usually, they don't get out of the mix of those big boys.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up. It goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. play action. Finds his man in the middle. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Let's see what they've got on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. And the Tigers in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everyone.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals. Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And they got him for the sack.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys and recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Trying play action. Coming after it. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Brown. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They want to just keep throwing it. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Right down the middle. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Shoots it to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I knew that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice.
And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And it's right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
We just went into half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCLA is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 28 to Purdue. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Got the quick pass, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Clemson jumps to the line. The back goes in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete on the right side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Line getting set on second down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Running toward the tape. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Forced out of the pocket. Wide open downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's just so frustrating on the defense. I mean, you got great initial coverage. You understand third and short, the ball might come out fast, and then what does the quarterback do? Scrambles around, buys time, gets the first down pretty easily. Now you got a new fresh set of downs and a new fresh set of problems.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Open. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Williams. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Finds his man. It's quick. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defender.
Just plowing down the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Motion from the offense. Now on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point puts him on top 21-6. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
On third down, going up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bennett. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. The short hands. It's Bennett. At the 35, he's open. Obliterates him, still on the move. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now first and goal.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. He'll do it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Okay, so I thought they might go for it here. Instead, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Coming out with it, it's Carr. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Slings it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. A 1st down run in the red zone. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. South Alabama went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Jaguars. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll put the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Runs through the tackle. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He'll take it himself. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run. Situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Snags it down the right side. Powers through. Touchdown, Clemson. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Try to get the deuce and making a field goal edge. Looking to throw. Escapes trouble. Looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's got it on the right. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll throw one to his right. Touchdown, Miami! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
They'll line up to go for two. From the gun, looking for a man. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the two-point conversion attempt. They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. With the catch, it's Brown. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And he's just going to spike it. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on second down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late, they'll go for it on fourth down. He's taking the deep shot. Got it past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Seven is the lucky and skilled number to this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.